Malico Watson, Miami property boss. I got another moment of truth. I have Ana Castillo that sent me a question, which is good, which follows the last video I sent about how to find a good deal. And her question was basically, how do you know it's a good deal? You know, and I guess that should have been part of my last video, but it wasn't. It probably would have been too long. But you know what? That's a great question, Ana. And let me tell you something. The best way to know whether you got a good deal or not is you want to have a real estate agent in the area that specializes in investment properties, okay? And so a lot of times you might have to pay them for a little bit of knowledge. You know, you're better off though, because then if you're just guessing, you might go wrong. So the best thing to do for me is pay a realtor in the area, do some research on what the properties are selling for. You know, you can go online. Great. There's a lot of good stuff online, but you don't have the whole picture online. And so if you go to a realtor, you can get the stuff online that's available to you, and you have the realtor show you what the property is sold for, what they started out, what the sellers came down to in price, and what they finally accepted as their acceptable price. So those are things that, for me, is going to help you find out what the actual prices of the properties are going for in that area. You know, to find a good deal, you know, I guess I told you already how hard it is. It is difficult. It really is. There's a lot of people out there trying to do this shit. They're watching all these other YouTube real estate guys that are telling them do this, do that, do that, and they're all hustling against you. And so there are a lot of people out there doing this. But if you give a shit, you can make good money doing this. And so for me, that would be the best way to know. And look around in that area. I mean, really the best thing to do is look in that area and see what the development is, man. Drive the neighborhood. Are they building multifamilies? Because if it's a single family home and it's in a multifamily neighborhood, you're not gonna sell it. It's gonna be harder to sell. So focus on trying to find out what the trend is going to be by knowing what's going on in that area. The only way to know what's going on in that area, I mean, you can go to the Department of Transportation and they'll tell you what's going on in the neighborhood. And but for me, the best way is, again, driving that neighborhood, talking to realtors that actually walk that beat, that's their neighborhood, they know what's going on. Pay a little bit extra. If you're able to find a deal, secure it, and don't be afraid to secure it by putting money down, little earnest money, $500 to secure it. You're not gonna earn money. You can always get extensions, and we'll talk about that in other videos, but you always want to secure the property. So if you get a great deal, a good opportunity, make sure you secure it with earnest money. Give yourself about 30 days to close. You can always find extensions with different maybe inspections and different things like that. But we'll talk about that in our next one. All right, man. But again, Ana, that was a great question. For me, that's the best way, is to, besides doing your research and going online, talk to a local agent that knows that neighborhood, and they'll tell you the trend. And don't be afraid to pay somebody a little bit of money. That's what we do for a living. You pay someone, it's going to go around, come back, you're going to make your money. All right? Malico Watson, Miami Property Boss, and we're going to see you guys on the next one.